Since I could remember, there's always been emphasis in the black community about respecting black women. And for those of you who grew up in the 70s or the 80s, we kind of understand what that means. Even your mother would teach you to open the door for ladies, or if you walked on the street, make sure she walks on the inside and you walk on the outside, just in case. Just in case a car comes and kills you, at least your girlfriend will be protected. And that's always been a theme. Make sure that you take care and respect black women. Most of us heard that coming up because most of our leaders were women. But even Malcolm X talked about this same thing in the 60s.
The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman. And as Muslims, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us to respect our women and to protect our women. And the only time a Muslim really gets real violent is when someone goes to molest his woman. We will kill you for our woman. I'm making it plain, yes. We will kill you for our woman. We believe that if the white man will do whatever is necessary to see that his woman gets respect and protection, then you and I will never be recognized as men until we stand up like men and place the same penalty over the head of anyone who puts his filthy hands out to put in the direction of our women.
And of course, this concern has been going on into the internet age. Since I've been online, black men disrespecting black women has been the talk of the town.
Hey, Tony Gasson here, popping in for a little quick chat on degrading black women. You know, I received an email, and I fortunately was able to see it, of a young lady who wrote in. And a lot of times I see emails and I don't respond to them because it's in the support email, which is not my email address. I just have access to it, so I don't want to disrupt the system and respond to it, and then you get a double or a triple response. And so I didn't respond, but I did see it. And I've been getting, messages and stuff like that from people. But one young lady, she reached out and she said, Tony, what are we to do? It's a lot of men online that's, beating up on black women and calling us ugly, calling us, overweight, obese, she said.
And it's even interesting because I've even seen some artists talk about how black men need to stop disrespecting black women. Rewind, Diva! And that's funny because the person we're talking about today is Nicki Minaj. You see, Nicki Minaj has a big issue with black men disrespecting black women. Black men talking about a black woman's weight, her size, or how she dresses. And hey, she's made this very clear in an old interview with Joe Budden.
Like, I don't ever want a man to come back on this internet and talk about something. Who the think y'all talking to? That's a conversation you have for your woman behind closed doors. Y'all feel like y'all can constantly disrespect black women? Get the out of here.
I love this.
And to the men that get on and laugh about black women because you mad because some black girl broke your ugly ass, like the podcast clown, the podcast clown. I wish the would have tried that with me, bitch. I wish the would.
They wouldn't have tried it with you, and you wouldn't have been there.
Never.
Yeah.
But we ain't even gonna get that no light. But my point is, you speak about these things in the privacy of your home with your woman. This is not embarrassed black woman season. Understand? I'm talking about men that feel the need that they can comment on women's bodies and keep saying what we like and what they don't like. Who are you? This ain't about you.
Yeah.
While I may not agree on everything that Nicki Minaj talks about, I'll be honest, there is a great deal of respect of, black women being talked about negatively online. And of course, that's something that black men should not do and should not participate in. At least there are ways to say those things. But the dilemma is not even really about black men disrespecting black women anymore. Want to know what I see a lot? Black women disrespecting black women. And if you're a black man from the African American community, I want you brothers to sit back and really think about this. When we look at what's going on right now in hip hop, female hip hop, even in politics, what do you see? Black women disrespecting black women. And nobody does it better than Tiffany Henyard. Nobody does it better than Monique Owens or Latoya Cantrell out in New Orleans. Shout out to Pink Book Lessons, right? But what we're seeing is women from the black community, like Fannie Willis, deal with other black women, disrespect them, take their husbands, and throw shots at them all day long. But if you don't believe me, rewind Nima. Let's go back to Miss Black Feminist, the one who loves black women so much, Nicki Minaj. You see, she just made a song called Bigfoot. And if you remember, Nicki Minaj had a problem with black men talking about black women's body sizes, black women's body parts. She didn't think that was okay, right? But there is a song called Bigfoot. And while the song is grotesque, and again, I understand Meg Thee Stallion's single Hiss had a shot at Nicki Minaj. We don't know how for sure it is, but that's how Nicki sure took it. Let's look at some of the lyrics, shall we? Hitchcock music. Your flow is such a bore, drinking a bottle of Henny through a straw. B, we'll blur that out. You better stop that dialogue, before I hit Carl and buy your catalog. Okay, that's the owner of a label, right? Sigh, how you F your mother man when she die? So let's stop right there. This is a black woman. Her mother is dead. You're asking, how does she mess with her mother's man when she died? There's probably no real proof of that. Okay. How you go on Gayle King and can't cry? Bigfoot, you still a small fry. Swearing on your dead mother when you a lie. Again, it's not necessary to bring up somebody's dead mother, but again, this is what I'm talking about. All of this respect black women. Let's go more. This little begging, WHORE, talking about Megan's Law. For a free beat, you could hit Megan raw. Okay. So Megan's Law is for those sex offenders because Nicki Minaj is married to one. But she's saying, hey, for a free beat, you can hit Megan raw. Oh, booty clapping sounds. I'll keep that in mind in case I want to start to, making my own music. If you're a ghostwriter, party in Megan's jaw. Ooh, can I get an ooh sound effect? Shots thrown, but I still ain't let Megan score. Bad B, she like 6 foot. I call her Bigfoot. The B fell off. I say, get up on your good foot. Your good foot. What would that mean? Gunshots, Tima! Oh, that means because Tory Lanez shot up on your other foot. All right. So get up on your good foot. Hold on a second. You still ain't topped Red Ruby. Well, she doesn't like Ruby. Okay. Trying to steal the sauce. Get up off my cookbook. Okay. But really, I'm a sweetie pie. PRTTY, but I'm PETTY. Why did you lie about your lipo? Effing your best friend man is crazy. You the type though. You lying to the queen, then you went to lying on King. Gail, the 30-year-old T so stale. Kylie kicked you out and made you stumble to the car. Barb's, I need a good alcohol bar. Roman, wait, that was the bar. Like a bodybuilder, I keep raising the bar. F, you get shot with no scar. So stop the show. Tory Lanez got convicted of that. So basically she's like, oh, let's make fun of the fact that you got shot, because they always talk about how these black men are disrespecting black women. Now, again, if she was cool with Meg Thee Stallion, she wouldn't bring that up, right? But because she don't like her, oh, well, you're lying about that. And see, the thing about it is this. What you're seeing in black America right now is no longer the real issue between black men and black women. That's kind of dying down, right? Brothers are starting to be like, look, I'm not even really worried about dating as much anymore. Not really concerned about marriage. So who is this animosity and vitriol turning towards? It's turning towards other sisters. And sisters will know when I'm saying it's true. So many sisters see what we're talking about. You know what? And I have more women fans than I've ever had before. I haven't changed up my content. Why? Because they understand what the play is. You see, the situation is this. When black women say that black men are disrespecting them, and that could definitely be the case, right? What they don't take into account is what respect do they show each other or black men. And when you look at Nicki Minaj or Meg Thee Stallion, neither one of them have no respect for black men. Neither one of them have any respect for themselves. Do you think they will treat each other with some level of respect? No. And this is what sisters fail to realize. Before you start talking about somebody that don't respect you, do you respect others? I will say the same thing to black men. Do you respect other women? We know Meg Thee Stallion don't act like that. Like she got some respect. Nicki Minaj, they don't carry themselves with respect. So then what happens is they have no level or ability to get along, and then they start going dirty in the mud like everybody else. And do you know who gets hit the most with this? Sisters. These kind of folk attack sisters. Ain't even the men. But they want the men to show respect. And then you turn it back around and you see Nicki Minaj. Hey, this ain't the only one. Mulatto, Ruby Red. Why you can't just call the lady like, look, hey sis, I want to know if that was about me, what's going on? No. But then you want the black men to do the same thing for y'all. That's the difference. And this is not all sisters, but you are seeing this hatred that sisters have for one another. And you know what? Don't say nothing. Just look at it. This is not every time, but you are seeing the things that brothers was complaining about. Go look at the politics with most ladies in the country that's running a democratic black city. Who is the most angriest? Sisters are complaining about who? Each other. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Shadu Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.